Welcome to the Windows and Computer channel, and here is a myth that's been very, very solid, and I've been having messages over and over again. People saying, hey, Windows 11 is coming. Why don't they just move on to that? And I've seen people show up things like this. For example, look at that, Windows 11 is here. And people are showing it, and it's existing. And actually, this place where I took the picture from actually tells you, oh, you can download Windows 11 right now. No, Windows 11 doesn't exist. It's not even in the works, and it's not there at all. That it's all fake news, all fake. Okay, that's the first thing you need to know. Anybody that sees Windows 11 or that believes Windows 11 is coming, it's not. It's not, and there's absolutely no indication of that anywhere at Microsoft. We're still at Windows 10. And to give you an idea of how we are still at Windows 10, there's a weird thing happening today. The insiders on Skip Ahead. Skip Ahead is one of the branches where you get previews of future versions of Windows. Well, they got 20H1, which is a very weird turn of events because that means it's the first version of Windows 10 for 2020. So we could see the future right now. In early spring 2020, we're still on Windows 10. We're just testing out Windows 10, much more advanced version for 2020. So that's also an indication. If Windows 11 were to be out or come out soon, we wouldn't be doing that. That wouldn't be what's happening. They would have started a new program saying, hey, enroll for the insider previews of Windows 11 and so on. It's not a thing. Windows 11 doesn't exist. When Windows 10 came out in 2015, they had said this is the last version of Windows you'll ever have. It will evolve over time. And we are now almost 4 years into Windows 10. Incredible. But I still remember that night, that day when Windows 10 arrived and everybody waiting. And I remember the enormous amount of traffic on my channel because everybody was like, oh, Windows 10, Windows 10, it's out today. Well, we're almost 4 years later. At the end of July 2019, Windows 10 will have hit 4 years of development. With its ups and downs, with its versions that were amazing and its versions that, I guess anybody wants to forget 2018 for many reasons. But still, as we are now, Microsoft is still committed to Windows 10. It's still the version of Windows. It's interesting how I see people saying, well, it's unfinished. It's not unfinished. It's just a work that is always getting updates and new features. It's not a finished product. It doesn't exist as a finished product like we used to see in Windows. It doesn't work like that. Windows 10 is not like that, will never be like that. It's something that is evolving over time, gets new features, new tweaks here and there, new looks, but it's still Windows 10, and that will be the future. If you're waiting for that version that will be the last Windows 10 version, well, you'll be waiting forever because as long as Windows is something that Microsoft wants to pursue, it will be and exist in Windows 10 form with updates all the time. So that's what you got to know. Today is a very, very interesting day because we have a very interesting thing happening in the insider side where we're actually skipping ahead much more than we're used to. We were supposed to skip ahead to the next version for the fall of 2019. We're actually skipping ahead to early 2020, which is kind of interesting. And of course, it makes us ask many questions also as to what exactly is happening with all of this. That said, forget about Windows 11. Stop posting links and fake links and saying, well, it's a thing because look at here, they talk about it. No, it's not. And Microsoft is still committed to Windows 10, and there's still no Windows 11. Now, if you ask the question, well, how do you know this is going to be the future? Here's the thing. With Microsoft, anything can happen, anything can change. Microsoft changed its ideas so many times over the years with different things that, maybe, who knows, in a year, in 2 years, it might come up and say, okay, we're working on something new called Windows 11. And you know what? I would not be surprised that would happen because Microsoft is known to change its mind regularly. But for now, there is no such thing as Windows 11. There is no such thing as Microsoft working on a Windows 11. If you see things like you see here on the screen, this is just simply, tweaking of the interface with some software that makes it look like it's some all new Windows thing. It's not. It's just that they've used a piece of software and tweaked all the looks of Windows 10 to look like Windows 11 that you see here, which is something that doesn't exist at all. Do not click any links that says, oh, click here to download Windows 11. You'll get malware, cryptocurrency, ransomware. You'll get bad things happening. There's no such thing as Windows 11. So put that in your head. There is no such thing. And there is no such thing right now being worked on. We are on Windows 10. Windows 10 is a finished product. It's just that it's a work in progress. It's something that they're always trying to enhance and make better with new features. Now, they need to sit down and tweak it so it's more stable. That's, I think, what there needs to be right now. But still, we are on Windows 10, and the future of what we see right now is still Windows 10. So stop thinking of Windows 11. It's not a thing. And of course, if there would be a thing, and if it would ever be announced, you can bet that this channel will be the first one to actually talk about it. And if you want to have anything else than fake news, well, why don't you look at the news of what's happening here? Because here there's no fake news. There's no fake versions of Windows. We are talking about the real deal, about what's happening and what we know. We're not pretending, and we're not trying to do anything. A person like that with Windows 11 is just trying to create an enormous amount of traffic on a YouTube channel, and that's it. Nothing else. So don't click anything and forget it. Windows 11 is not a thing and doesn't exist. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.